A witness, only 10 on your side, asked the Hampton Commonwealth's attorney why prosecutors believed Elizabeth Coast. We've talked about her a lot here on Wavy TV. She is the woman who accused Jonathan Montgomery of raping her when they were children. He spent years in prison before she came clean. Today, 10 on your side's Ann McNamara asked the Commonwealth's attorney what evidence his office had against an innocent man. Ann?
Yeah, Tom, it seems counterintuitive. Antoine Bell, the Commonwealth's attorney, says sexual assault cases, though, are challenging. Oftentimes, there are only two witnesses, and he knows many of you, the public, are looking at his office wondering how this case came to be. Hampton prosecutors say Elizabeth Coast's story was specific, credible, and most importantly, consistent through hours of relentless questioning.
It's really hard to keep up with the same lie. It takes a special type of person to be able to really pull off something of this magnitude.
Commonwealth's attorney Antoine Bell was not in this office when Jonathan Montgomery was convicted, but he takes responsibility for the mistake. Bell says his prosecutors were tricked by corroboration of Coast's lies.
There was a cousin who came forth and remembered back then the relationship between the alleged victim and the alleged suspect in the case, Mr. Montgomery.
Bell says Coast's cousin and her mother told police Montgomery was infatuated with her. They said Coast began to look at pornography after she was sexually abused. Prosecutors noted the behavioral changes as evidence the rape really happened. Only later they learned it was the reason Coast said she made up the story.
As a prosecutor, the worst feeling in the world that you could ever have is to find out that someone has been incarcerated and they're innocent. You can't really describe that feeling.
Bell says the damage is twofold. Not only did Montgomery lose years of his life, but the story may make other victims afraid the court won't believe them.
It does so much damage. There's so many ramifications that are negative as a result of a perjury or a falsehood that is created. And so it's a horrible situation.
Couple logistical things. Coast's case is now in the hands of a special prosecutor from Hopewell. Her trial date set for May. It's in the hands of the special prosecutor because Bell said his office handed that case over. He didn't want there to be any public perception of retaliation against Coast for lying originally. I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.